Good morning, everyone. It's Michelle Marie here with Honey Milk, and I wanted to come on this morning and talk to you guys for your Thankful Thursday about pouring from an empty cup. This is something I know that we all know much too well. When we're trying to live our personal lives, we're trying to become a better person, a better version of ourselves, when we're trying to operate the best business that we can possibly operate, or even start the best business that we can possibly start. We're always trying to do all those things from an empty cup. And I am a strong believer in making sure you have a full cup before you even try to move forward into your life, because the number one reason, guys, and I promise you, you will understand this once I give you guys the analogy. But what I learned is that when it always seemed that when we actually get our lives together and we get focused, we understand what it is that we want to do with our lives and the direction that we want to take with a specific thing. We always have this thing where we're trying to stay focused, but it always end up happening at a time when other people need us. That is always a time when everybody wants to come with their requests and their need for our attention and their need for anything that they can possibly get out of our cup. I'm not personally going through this right now. I can admit that, thank God. And I had to get myself to a place in order to not always have to go through that while I'm trying to go, and live my own life and build my legacy and build my empires and things like that. I'm at a place now where I don't have to worry about it. And I'm grateful. I'm going to be honest, it took a lot for me to get to that point. So I want to share that today with you guys, and helping you to understand the power in that. Now, when it comes to pouring from an empty cup, it always seems, well, first let me give you the understanding of what that means. There's a passage in the Bible that says, my cup runneth over. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's in the 23rd Psalms 23. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Yada, 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 yada. Now, taking the analogy of the cup, a cup is made to be filled with drink so that you can quench your thirst. You can satisfy whatever it is that you need to satisfy just by drinking from that cup in which you poured your liquid in, right? The saying is, whatever is in that cup is for you. Whatever runneth over out of that cup is for everybody else. It's to be distributed amongst the people. It's to be distributed amongst who needs you. Whatever, leftovers you have that comes out of that cup, or whatever overflow of abundance that you have out of that cup, you can then give to everybody else. But whatever is in that cup is for you. Hands down, it's for you. The problem starts when we try to when we allow people to drink from our cup, meaning whatever is in that cup, that's for me. We allow people to start getting into that cup and taking the drink out of that cup and using it for themselves. Whatever I have in my cup is for me. Whatever flows out of my cup, whatever overflows out of my cup, I should say, can be for other people. Guys, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty cup. There's nothing to give. And what I want you guys to think about is your own personal lives as it pertains to how you're always there for other people, how your everything that you make, everything that you do for yourself is always, like, pieces of that is always given to people. If not pieces, the whole amount is always given to other people, and you are then left with what? Nothing. You're left without. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are not full, if you are not good, if your energy is depleted, if your finances are depleted, if your resources are depleted, there's nothing left of you to give. There's nothing from you that you can give to anybody else. That is where the problem starts. The problem starts when, even though we know we have nothing left to give, even though we know our resources are depleted, we still allow people to come and and take from us, and we're still trying to give. We're still trying to be that helpful Harriet, and we're still trying to pour into other people's lives, while our lives are then being depleted at the same time. We're being drained. We're being completely dehydrated of all of our juice from our cup in order to give to other people. Because why? There are many reasons why, but a lot of us want to be the bigger person sometimes, and we deplete ourselves in order to do that. We want to be the one that's looked at as the one that always has somebody back, and we're depleting ourselves in order to do that. Guys, listen. Or we're the ones that just absolutely can't see somebody going without, because we've once been there, and it's the hardest thing to bounce back from. Let me give everything. Let me give the shirt off my back so that this person can have. Now listen, I want you to understand something also. I'm not saying that you cannot help, you cannot give, you cannot be a good Samaritan, you can't be a good humanitarian individual. But at some point in your journey of being, the bigger person, the better person, the one who always have everybody's back, at some point your cup is depleted. Because some of us, we just naturally give. We naturally want to give. We naturally want to be there for others. That was my mother. My mother always wanted to give. Like, she just wanted to give because it was in her heart to give. It wasn't because she was looking for clout. It wasn't because she was doing it for the gram. She's been giving and giving and giving because she knows what it felt like to not have. And she understood the value of tangible and intangible support and help and material things. And, she understood that, and she valued everything that the lady had, my mother. She valued it. She was grateful for everything because she understood what it meant to not have. You have those people like that as well that just, they don't want to see anybody go without. They don't want to see you suffering. They don't want to see, if in their mind, if I can help, I'm going to help. So listen, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because that's what helps. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting notifications, but that's what helped the world go around. But the problem lies when our cups are empty. And there are different ways to look at it, and there are different ways to go about this whole entire ordeal. Woo, pouring from an empty cup. Listen, at some point you have to realize that, okay, if I am naturally this person, if I'm naturally the type of individual that I just have to give, I have to be there for other people, I have to make sure that my family is okay, I have to make sure that my friends never go without, I have to make sure everybody's store basket is never empty, as my mom would say. Meaning your shopping cart will never be empty. You'll always have blessings upon blessings upon blessings. If you're that person and you believe that, like myself, you have to make sure that your storehouse is always full. You have to work that much more. You have to do that much more. You have to make sure that your store basket is never empty so that you can give to other people. You have to make sure your storehouse is full so that when everybody else comes to buy from you, when everybody else comes to get from you, when everybody else comes to drain your cup, or not even drain your cup, but pull from your cup, you have to make sure that your storehouse is, your inventory is stocked, your ability to give is there, so that you don't deplete your own trying to help other people. Just like when you're on the airplane. I know you know what I'm going to say. When you're on the airplane and they say, you know, and in case of an emergency, make sure you put your mask on first, your breathing mask on, your oxygen mask on first, before you try to help someone else. Perfect analogy, guys, because if the plane's going down and I'm trying to put on your mask and I'm struggling to breathe, I may not have enough energy. I may faint before I can even give you oxygen to help you. So we're both dead. Ooh, that hit me. That really did hit me. So I want you guys to understand, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You must not pour from an empty cup. Make sure your storehouse is full before you lend a helping hand. Make sure your storehouse is full, because if you aren't able to survive, you're no good to anybody else. You're no good to anybody else. And the other part of that is that it's okay to say no. It's absolutely okay. I can't this time. You know what? I'm in a situation right now. I'm not able to do that. But good luck in finding help to get that done. Or good luck finding the person that you want. Good luck in finding whatever it is that you need in order to make it in your life and your journey, or whatever it is that you need. That pertains to relationships as well. Guys, listen. I don't think I should say this, because I know a lot of my friends, really close friends of mine, you know, they go through these things and they do need someone there to help them through, you know. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to say that. But yeah, so we'll scratch that part. But yeah, guys, listen, don't pour from an empty cup, man, because if you're no good, if your cup is drained, you're no good to anybody else. Don't pour from an empty cup. Just do whatever it is that you can do. If you know that you're naturally just that person, that, man, like my mother, she just, man, listen, I worked and worked and worked because on this business, because my goal was to make sure my mom was in a place that where she can do her ministry. Like, that was her ministry. She wasn't, you know, this religious person that walked the earth and, you know, Mother Teresa, but she was a Mother Teresa in her own right. She wasn't this angelic being that, you know, she didn't curse and none of that. Like, she was off the chain. But my mother had a heart of gold, and she always wanted to give and give and give and give and give. But when it was time for people to pour back into her, not a lot of those people were able to do that. They weren't able to do that, you know, and it's so crazy, because some of us walk this earth, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help other people. We're here to lift up other people. We're here to be that cup, overflowing cup for other people. But again, you still can't do anything with an empty cup. So make sure that whatever is in that cup is for you. You use what is in that cup, and you spare it a little bit more for yourself at a later time, for yourself at a later time. If your cup gets to the point of where it's full again and it's starting to overflow, then yeah, I can help you. Then yes, I'm available. Or yeah, I can talk to you. Yeah, we can start building a relationship. Whatever it is. And let me tell you something. When you're empty from, and I'll say it this way, what I wanted to say earlier, I'll say it in this way. When you are empty, when it comes to, because we all have different cups. There's not just one cup, but we all have different cups. When your cup is empty in a way where you just got out of a relationship, you're trying to rebuild you're trying to rebuild yourself back into the best version of yourself, and you're not open for love. You're not open to building a relationship. You're not open to, you know, that type of thinking. You're not even open to any type of companionship, because you just got out of something and you're rebuilding. You're not interested in making a relationship with anybody. You're not interested in any of that type of stuff, right? I could have sworn I just seen somebody at this vehicle, but now they're gone. Okay. All right. Sorry. But you're not interested in that. And so here you have someone coming along, and they want to start talking to you, and they want to start building with you, and they want to start, you know, but you know for a fact that your cup is so not all the way there. Your whatever is in your cup in terms of love and relationship and companionship and being a friend to somebody, and working towards that, you know that your cup is so empty. There's not enough in your cup for that. You don't even have a juice to even stand those types of conversations. If you know your cup is empty in that sort of way, guys, don't allow people to come into your life and put you back in a mindset that you're not ready for. That's still operating from an empty cup. I am not ready to build a relationship with anybody. I'm not ready for that type of talk. I'm not ready for that type of responsibility. I'm not ready to try and keep up with keep somebody's attention in that way. Like, I'm not ready because I just got out of something. That's the way you have to think, and you have to be okay with saying, I'm sorry, but I see where this is going, and I'm just not ready for that right now. So I don't mind being your friend, but I'm just not in that headspace. Listen, I have gotten so good at telling people that. It feels exhilarating to be able to expel that type of information and that type of energy. I love it, because before I wouldn't do that, and then I get into a relationship with somebody. Next thing you know, we're bumped up into a relationship. We're, entangled and entwined. And I knew I wasn't ready for it. So my mind starts going into one direction while theirs is in another direction. And we've crossed boundaries, and it just gets so twisted because I wasn't prepared. I jumped into something. I didn't get to know somebody. I didn't get to know, the good parts about them, the bad parts about them. But we're in this relationship now. Let's figure it out now. Like, no, that depletes your cup faster than anything else. I promise you that depletes your cup faster than anything else. And so I realized that that's a part of it as well. Like, even financially, if I don't have enough funds, I can't go splurging. I can't go doing this. I have a whole entire business that takes thousands of dollars a month to run, just to run. I don't even pay myself. It takes thousands of dollars a month to get Honey Milk products to my Honey Milk Hive. Oh my gosh. And to get new customers and to keep it going and to be able to survive the business itself. So if that cup is, if my cup is empty financially, there's not anything that I can do for anybody else when it comes to financial assistance and helping people and loan you $20 and giving you $500. And, I can't do that. I'm not in that space. I'm a single mom. And so I try to tell people all the time, listen, we have tons of cups. We have a certain number of cups. And when those cups are not at their capacity, you got to learn how to limit your availability to people and limit your availability to situations, because I promise you, we are no good. We are absolutely no good with empty cups. We're not even good when the cups is down to a certain fraction of a whatever, and it's just like not enough. Like, you're holding on. You're strategically distributing the amount of fluid in that cup. Guys, I promise you, man, get your storehouse full so that you can work from a full cup. Make sure that storehouse is full so that you can work from a full cup, because you're no good to anybody else with empty cups. All right? You can't pour from an empty cup. I promise you that. So I want you guys to look at your own personal lives and say, okay, you know what? I am pouring from an empty cup in relationships. I am pouring from an empty cup financially. I'm pouring from an empty cup in my business. I'm pouring from an empty cup as it pertains to my family life. I'm pouring from an empty cup from whatever it is when it comes to my personal self-care. I'm pouring from an empty cup. I can't even take care of myself. I can't even afford time for myself from an empty cup. I can't do that. You have to have your personal self-care cup. You have to have a financial cup. You have to have a relationship cup, a friendship cup, whatever cups that you need in your life, I don't know. But whatever, if those cups are empty, guys, you can't work. Can't work. I promise you that. So I really hope this video has helped you guys in some sort of way. This has been your Thankful Thursday message. I am Michelle Marie from Honey Milk. Make sure you go and check me out at honeymilkco.com. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you like messages like this, guys. I try to do them every single day, and I would definitely try to post them at least 2 to 3 times a week, because I was doing them live on Facebook. Now I have to get comfortable with doing them just in front of the naked camera with no audience and getting that over to you guys as well. So yeah, so I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and get into this gym and get my workout on. I did amazing yesterday. I'm so proud of myself. And then I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday. Make sure it counts for something, and make it productive on purpose and with purpose. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.